Good morning, everyone. It is time for First Alert Weather Extra. Hope everyone is having a great start to the day. Good morning, everyone. First Alert Meteorologist Jill Gilard here, and we're going to be tracking some warm air once again today, but that changes as early as tomorrow. So our headlines look like this. Another mild afternoon ahead. We have elevated brush fire concerns today, and then we're trending cooler tomorrow, and of course talking about any future precipitation chances, especially as we head towards the weekend with parades happening. I'm sure some of you want to know whether or not it's going to rain if you're attending a St. Patrick's Day parade. But let's start with the now. The normal low is 27, normal high is 45, and temperatures have been mostly above average this morning. We've had some of the cooler air towards Norwich. I mean, last hour was 22, so it's jumped up to 30 very quickly. So with dry air, it can cool down easily, like it does at night and into the morning hours, and then it can warm up really fast, and that's what it's going to do today. And bringing in the warmth is that southerly flow. Winds are fairly light, but they'll get a bit gusty as we get into the afternoon. It's going to be gusting between 25, maybe as high as 30 miles per hour. So with that gusty wind, combined with low humidity, elevated fire weather concerns today. So if a fire were to get going, it could quickly spread, and you don't have much time to, take care of it. It's like it gets out of control. So be careful, no outdoor burning, would probably avoid that, and obviously be careful operating equipment that can create a spark. That's another way that you can get a little fire to develop. Of course, cigarettes or anything with an ember, really make sure you put it out properly. All right, so let's talk about this beautiful day ahead. We have 50s is going to be warming up quickly today. 60s from 11 o'clock, 50s become 60s by lunchtime, and then we're headed into the mid 60s, maybe a few upper 60s, not out of the question. And the sunshine is going to be bright. Just absolutely gorgeous weather today. Inland will be warmer than the shoreline. Once again, we're going to be tracking the wind off the water, so that will keep you down a little bit, but still a beautiful day. 56 New London versus about 67 in Enfield. So yes, a breezy, beautiful day. Tomorrow, though, well, not quite 60s. We'll do low 50s inland. There'll be more clouds, especially later in the day. As we take a look tomorrow along the shoreline, yeah, not as nice. Okay, upper 40s, so a chilly day, but, that's chilly compared to our above average, 20-degree above average day we're expecting today. So we're basically closer to normal the next 2 days. So a cold front's going to be dropping in, and that is going to bring us the cooler air, maybe a few passing clouds late tonight. That's it with that front. And then a weak weather system builds in for tomorrow night, and there's indication that we might see a little bit of mixed precipitation. There may be a random snow shower that passes by. It's over and done with as we head into the early morning hours on Thursday. No issues from that. Now Thursday night, we're hoping that the clouds stay away, because we have not only the blood warm full moon, we also have a total lunar eclipse happening. And so that's the Earth's shadow. The moon appears red and orange when that shadow is at totality. So that will be quite a sight, but it's happening kind of late, I mean, maybe you'll stay up for it, maybe not, or you'll just, set your alarm to peek out. But that's happening from 11:26 it starts, and then we'll finish up for 3:31 in the morning. So in between that time frame, you'll be at the peak of it. So as we take a look at the Thursday cloud forecast, could be some to contend with. Now the weekend, we'll have more clouds and sun on Saturday, breezy and mild, but looking great for the St. Patrick's Day parade in Hartford. Sunday, the rain probability is still leaning lower during the daylight hours. In the main round, while there still could be some showers, the main round might hold off until well after dark. So that could be some great news for the New Haven St. Patrick's Day parade with highs in the 60s. So see what I'm saying? We compare the data, and that's still not all that green for even Sunday at 7 p.m. It's looking more likely well after that into the early morning hours of St. Patrick's Day. All right, the streak continues, but significantly warmer. Got up to 66 yesterday in the Hartford area. So on a 3-day in a row stretch. I mean, it was normal on the 7th. So most of this month, other than last week when we were in the 30s, hard to believe, yeah, we're running above average. And the temperature outlook, well, we're going to see that dip, especially going into Thursday, and then we're climbing back upwards again late week into the weekend. And the outlook for above average warmth, yeah, I think we can put a fork in winter. Yeah, we're not seeing big cold spells. The outlook is for above average warmth, and that looks to continue through the next couple of weeks. And we need precipitation. We don't have much of it in the short term, but the outlook is for us to lean in a slightly wetter direction. And we certainly have that a part of the mix for late Sunday into early Monday, going into St. Patrick's Day morning. Looks honestly the wettest at this point. So we're still trying to nail down the exact timing. But in terms of it pouring buckets early, for the parade on Sunday, we don't see that right now. So knock on wood, this forecast kind of sticks. And yeah, other than it cooling down, but still above average Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to bounce right back. So warm out there. It just feels like spring's going to start looking more and more like it, with those bulbs poking up through the ground. Maybe you're doing some spring cleaning outside, inside, whatever. The weather is perfect for it. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me for First Alert Weather Extra. Don't forget, we will have another one tonight at 9:30 as we continue to watch the weekend and that rain chance. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.